Napoleon's bicorne hat, which was plucked off the floor after he fled defeat at the Battle of Waterloo, is sold for £245,000, after only being expected to fetch £35,000. Napoleon's military hat, which dropped onto the battlefield as he fled defeat at the Battle of Waterloo in 1815, has been sold at auction. The famous bicorne hat, named after its dual points, was fought over in Lyon, France, where it fetched €280,000, £245,000, although after fees, that price rose to just under €350,000. The Duke auction house was at the center of a lively fight today, as the hat was expected to fetch less than €40,000. But there was huge appetite for the historical hat after it was released from a private individual who bought it in 1986. The hat is one of 120 bicorne hats that Napoleon is believed to have worn during his lifetime. Only 19 of the hats are still in existence, according to Duke. There were always 12 hats in service, each of them having a life of 3 years. They were renewed at the rate of 4 a year, the auction house said. Monday's sale came 203 years to the day since the battle in which the former French emperor was defeated by 2 of the armies of the Seventh Coalition, a British-led Allied army under the command of the Duke of Wellington, and a Prussian army. After Napoleon fled the battlefield, the hat was collected by Dutch dragoon captain Baron Arnout Jacques van Zuijlen van Nijevelt, according to the auction house. In recent years there has been a relentless appetite for Napoleon's belongings, especially the bicorne hats which he wore sideways so troops would recognize him on the battlefield, historians say. Napoleon refused to pay more than 49 francs for his hats according to some historians, although they were priced at 60 francs at Poupart & C Company, located in what is now known as the Palais Royal in Paris. This is the equivalent of around £3,600 today after inflation. In 2015 a hat belonging to Napoleon which showed the marks from a musket ball after it was shot at in battle went to auction for £500,000. The iconic bicorne hat was originally owned by British aristocrat Sir Michael Shaw Stewart, who snapped it up for $10, equivalent to just £2, or £150 in today's money. Napoleon is believed to have made valets wear his hats to break them in, and used 12 every 3 years. The hat worn by Napoleon Bonaparte during one of his greatest ever military victories today sold for a record-breaking £1.5 million 4 years ago. An anonymous South Korean paid the enormous sum for the black felt bicorne which the French leader wore at the Battle of Marengo in 1800. Napoleon was at the height of his military powers, and crushed Austrian forces, driving them out of Italy. The hat was previously owned by Monaco's royal family last November. A gold laurel leaf from the crown made for Napoleon's coronation was sold for €625,000. Napoleon declared himself emperor in 1804 and waged war across the European continent before his final defeat in 1815.